So it's a new year. I didn't stay up for New Year's. I went to bed early, my normal routine. Called my kids this morning. Called my daughter. Didn't get no answer from her. That's kind of typical. Called my son. Got in touch with him. Told him, Happy New Year's. That I loved you. I want nothing but blessings and abundance for you. Said Happy New Year to my grands, to his wife, my daughter-in-law, and then got off the phone with them. A few hours later, called my daughter back, got in touch with her. Typical. She's a teenager. Told her Happy New Year's. Told her I love her. The call was kind of short and sweet. It is what it is. That's what it is with teenagers. I've not used to it, but I've grown accustomed to it. I don't like it, but I work around it. I guess that's the life of a single dad, a single divorced dad. So I guess that's what this video is leading me to do. As I said, I'm single dad, divorced, been divorced for a while. Man, where do I start? Man, me and my ex-wife, we were probably more separated longer than we were together, honestly. A lot of things, it was my fault. I had struggles with communication. I had struggles with not knowing how to control my emotions. Um, you know, all those things I tried to correct, I wasn't able to. I was, but I wasn't able to fix that problem. But then again, I saw the hurt of my kids, and I don't know. Every time we separated, I always tried to stay close to them. Like I would try to move maybe 10 minutes no further than 10 minutes away from them, so I can just stay close to them. You know, man, because I moved a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I probably moved about 10 times, honestly. Um, at the time, I had to, do what I had to do. I had income coming in. I had a decent, but I lived in a high high income area, so I had to do what I had to do. I had a 1 bedroom. I slept on the couch. My kids, they had their room. I made it sure they had their own beds. I try to make it as comfortable for them as possible. Um, Got to see them on the weekends, and maybe 1 day, 1 or 2 days on the week. That progressively changed as they got older. Um, Man, it's still hard for you, kind of talk about this, but I'm just going to tell you how some single dads try to manage. I did everything I could to, keep things in a sense of normalcy, so they wouldn't see a big change. But I can see it. I can see it in them when I wasn't there. Their behavior was different, and all this is my fault. I still blame this on myself today because I feel that I failed first and foremost as a man. I felt that I felt my family. I couldn't hold it together. I felt as a husband. I felt as a person, as a good human being, man. And me, I hate failure. I hate losing. I hate not knowing, especially when I'm giving my 100% all into something. Man, it's difficult. But as they grew older, things got a little tougher. Um, I was starting, a few business ventures, trying to get that off the ground. That was a struggle, and then working 9 to 5. So I had to make a tough decision: either stay in a high income area where rent is super high, and it's not fair to them to share a bedroom, and they were growing in age, And I didn't mind sleeping on the couch or on the floor. I would do anything. So I had to make a tough decision. I had to move away. I mean, it's not something I wanted to do. It's something that needed to be done. I had to make that tough decision. I mean, even though I tried to explain it to them, I mean, hindsight looking in, I hope they appreciate, what I did. But, I don't know. Maybe when they, get a little older, they understand what I did and how I did it and why I did it. I did it for them. Fast forward to today. My son, he's on his own. He got his own family. I'm super proud of him. My daughter, she's in high school. I mean, I still have the lingering effects of, not being there every day, in the house every day. I see that in both of them. I see it, not in how we interact with each other. I mean, it hurts. I mean, it hurts not to see my kids every day. It hurts for, not to have them see them come home from school or walk them home from school or, make breakfast for them or help them with their homework physically. I mean, being there, helping them with the homework, setting up with the phone. I never in my wildest dreams thought I would be a dad that was not there every day. Not by choice. Not by choice. I did everything possible. So if they have any kind of school function, I'm there. Any kind of school activity or sporting events, I was there. I supported. I did the best of my ability. I did everything I could to support it. It doesn't make it any easier. I mean, I'm just doing what a normal dad should do. Man, but it was tough. I mean, my son handled it better than my daughter. I always told him he's a 10 times better man than I was at his age. He's way more patient. He's understanding. He's slow to anger, quick to listen. It took me a while to get to that point, but I'm there. But my daughter, it was hard because she sided with her mom, and rightfully so. I don't blame her for that. I don't blame her at all. Like I said, as a dad, I gotta take some responsibility. Even though a lot of the problems were mine, I'll take the responsibility because as a man, the burden should be on me, not anyone else. My kids shouldn't have to go through being divorced. They shouldn't have to go to that. But unfortunately, they had to. So, right now, my business is doing phenomenal. My 9 to 5, phenomenal. Money, I don't want to, I'm so blessed. It's ridiculous. It's not saying money is an object, but right now, money is not an object. So every time I see my kids, I try to go, the last few years, I try to go above and beyond. Diamond earrings, necklaces, sneakers, cars, clothes, whatever. I'm just trying to make up for lost time, but that's something I've always had a hard time with because no matter how much money I bring in, no matter what I do, no matter what presents I bring, I can't get back time. I can't. It seems like I'm always chasing that demon. Like I'm not gonna get back the time of putting them to bed and waking them up. Even though I call them every day in the morning, and when I get off work or when the night's over, I call them. I may not reach them all the time, but I always text and leave a message. So I'm always chasing time that I lost. So no amount of money or dollars or presents I put in, can get me back in that situation to correct all the wrongs I've done. Man, it's been so many years that I've tried to correct everything that I've done wrong. Everything. And the one thing about me, I love super hard. I love super hard. I just give 100% in everything I do. I leave nothing on the table. I love hard. I play hard. I work hard. So everything that comes out of my mouth, it seems like I'm super emotional. I'm just a passionate person. I love being in love. I love being loved. I love giving out love. It's just, I don't know. It's just something about me. It's just my personality. It's just me. Um, my kids mean the world to me. So I'm still chasing that. I'm still chasing that thing called time. So, people say I spoil my kids. I do. Because I've lost so much not being there, not by choice. And plus, I'm an hour away from them, so anything I could do, they need money. Who? There you go. You need a car. Here you go. Clothes. Don't worry about it. Here you go. Here's a credit card. Here you go. But, just time and presence. I mean, presence and money can't make up for that. No matter how hard I wanted to or how much I want them to see it. Man, but it's hard. It's hard being a single dad. It's hard coming home to an empty house every night. That's not something I want to do. I want to come home, house full of kids, or, a significant other there. Or someone that's, I say, oh man, I know where I'm coming home. That's success to me. So I can make all the money in the world. I feel like I'm not successful. Even people around me say I'm successful. In some aspects, I don't feel that way because I felt like I failed keeping my family together. I failed at that. I failed at keeping my marriage together. I failed it even though it was years ago. Things have moved on. It is what it is. I can only control what I can control and try to do better with that. But I just feel like I'm not successful. I come home to an empty house. My house is a house to me. Until I get, my kids where I want them to be, man, I'm trying not to break up, but it's just hard. It's hard being a single dad when you love so hard. You love your kids. You love them. You love them to life. It's just hard. So all I can do is keep trying, keep praying on it, which I do every single day. Keep trying to do the right things. Keep trying to be the best person I can be, the best dad, best father I can be. I don't know nothing else. I don't know what else to do. You can take anybody else's advice, but at the end of the day, you got to walk your own path. So, it is what it is. You may think you're only going to do something, but if you have kids, they go through it too. And I never wanted my kids to go through my problems. Ever. Man, that was just my mistake. And I'm doing everything for the last few years to correct that. But again, I can't change yesterday, but I can only make today better and tomorrow greater than today. I can only be there for a father, But it is what it is. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep taking it one day at a time. We're going to keep being blessed, keep getting gratitude, keep giving out love, keep stepping forward. Don't let it get you down. Use some motivation. But again, it is what it is. Y'all be amazing on purpose because you know why? Because you are amazing. One.